Hello, everyone, and welcome to another horror review. Right, as if you haven't seen enough of me from earlier on, and weird time in the morning, but hey ho, here we are. Yeah, I was invited to a preview screening of Attack of the Corn Zombies from our good friends at Acrostar Films. So, absolute pleasure to be there. I thought it was going to be strange, just me turning up, but because it was mainly cast and crew. But as I've talked to quite a few of these folks, I actually felt okay. You know what I mean? Because I knew a few folks in the other go, "Hi, I'm not just some random weirdo." But yeah, got to see it. The release is coming out, and I think the physical media is going to be ready in about 2 weeks' time. So this is just before the release. It's not the fully finished version, but as close as it can be. So I got the full story. Obviously, this is going to be spoiler free review because it's not out yet, and I wouldn't do that because that's about cat. You know how it is. Um, yeah, they've done it again. This is the sort of kooky comedy stuff. Lost Era. This is what these guys are best at. Just not taking themselves too seriously, having a bit of fun. We better step back in time using sort of modern technology to mimic old school uh, TV and that. So they've done it quite well. This is where it came from somewhere. They came from somewhere that was done in the 50s. This is done in sort of the 60s, sort of late 60s, hippie era type thing. And just a lot of fun. So the premise of the movie is we're in this little small town, and every year they have a corn festival. Now, what I will say is that alone is freaky. The way they do the scenes with the corn as if it's almost godlike. And a new thing I've seen is deep fried corn. Never seen that before in my life. Even the Scottish don't do that. They deep fry everything. So seeing that for the first time, it's like, whoa, what's going on here? I didn't even know you could do that. I thought if you deep fried corn, it would explode. Yeah, mate, that's what I'm saying. Just it's middle of the morning. I just finished the screening. I was invited to the screening, so of course I'm going to come up and review it because I've loads of stuff. So if I try and stop this in somewhere, it's not going to happen. So get it done now. Uh, but yeah, you've got the whole setup. The having the corn festival. We find out that main farmer in the area is using a new type of fertilizer, and everyone who eats the corn with the new fertilizer is then turns into zombies. And it's a zombie movie. There's not much of a, it's as you would expect. There's those that are turned, there's those that aren't, and it's the ones that aren't turned are trying to obviously survive. What was cool, a lot of interplay. I'm trying not to spoil this because obviously I don't want to go through plot by plot, but it's done in that sort of cheesy aspect. One thing they do really well is actually this sort of grainy film type that you get in this. So they do the shaky camera sort of thing. I don't know what you call it, but the sort of overlay. The look is all crackling, and you see the sort of dots, appearing through the film itself. Do you get that sort of effect through it? Obviously it's not fully finished, but there's some bits I haven't put it in, and some bits I have, but most of it they have done that effect, so it works. Yeah, and they do really well actually. The village scene and the old cars, the costumes, because it would be so easy to mess up with this and have it, modern things popping out. But they do a really good job of the location, like it's an entire main street they've used, and they've managed to really do it up as if it's 60s style, and that's some accomplishment. Considering the fact these guys are independent film crew, they rely a lot on family and friends, and to be able to do this is brilliant. One thing they've done, there were some backers who, as part of that, this was partially funded by Kickstarter, contributing himself obviously because I love these guys, want to support their work. Part of the reason I got invited as well. But one of the perks was that you could film yourself and be at the end. So the cameos at the end are in modern setting, and it's so obvious, if that makes sense, that it's not in the 60s. But that's not meant to be, it's just about a fun cameo at the end. But it just shows how well they've done it with the movie, because if they hadn't done it well at all, there wouldn't be a difference. But there's a stark difference between the cameos that are modern day setting than the actual film. So props to them guys for doing it. Character acting, a lot of fun. Wee girl Delilah Hefner, who plays Ivy, the busy young zombie, she's brilliant in this. Normally child actors are pants, but that wee girl pulls it out of the bag, does well. And the thing is, well, they're doing like a lot of the action scenes, they're doing the slow moving, so they move fast, move slow, and it's the phrase, the night. Anyone who's watched movies in the 60s knows that sort of, before somebody gets dispatched. So they plan that up really well. Another thing to do, I think they've shown it in the trailer. They have, but not spoiled. But basically, it's not just zombies. What we're seeing is the bits of corn growing out of folks. The zombies, I would have to, so that's the unique thing. It's not just infected; they're actually corn monsters. I'll obviously not spoil how far that goes, but a lot of fun to play with. Is it out yet in Prime? I didn't think it was getting released, or is it just the physical copies getting released? It's not showing up on the UK. I looked in the UK because obviously I wanted to share the link. Do me a favor, if you're on Amazon at the moment, give me the American link, please. So a lot of the comments, so folks can go and check it out. It'd be much appreciated. I tried to find it. You know me. I always put the link. I look on Amazon first, or where it's showing. And I'll try to put the link in the description, but it's not showing up in the UK yet. Once again, flipping distribution horrendous. That's a good thing actually, because I've ordered the physical copy. Good thing about actually going to independent creators and supporting their work, and that is you have a direct interaction with them, and therefore you're not having to worry about these distribution companies, and you might see it, you might not see it. Like we're having major trouble with the cinema at the moment, and things are getting picked up and dropped, and it's just absolutely horrendous. Yeah. So we'll have a couple of subplots in this, because it wouldn't be a zombie movie if there wasn't inner conflict and turmoil. So we've got family dynamics, and there's like a family going through a breakup. There's people having an affair. There's a wee bit of a love triangle going on as well. There's a brother and sister relationship where they've been effectively abandoned by their parents. That they don't care, they're too busy with their own lives to worry about them. So, that old adage of they weren't raised, they were dragged up. But yeah, a lot of fun. If you've been following me at all and the ActorStar reviews, you'll see a lot of the same cast. So obviously got Magdalena Conway and Maya. What's Maya's surname? For flip's sake. I'm a terrible person. I've spoke to Maya. God, I forget Maya's surname. I'm a terrible person. I'm sorry, but Magdalena and Maya, they're Beth Metcalf from they came from somewhere. Jake's there as well. And there's little in jokes as well. So if you're a fan of ActorStar, there's little in jokes to previous movies. So that's quite cool to watch out for. Some of the action sequences in this are just daft. A lot of fun, but there's like proper cheesy B movie type action scenes. And it's IMDb, right? Yeah, that's what I thought, because it's not released yet. That's why I'm treading on eggshells here. I'm treading on eggshells here, not trying to give away spoilers, because I want people to go and check it out. So there you go. Yeah, it is getting released for Halloween, as far as I'm aware. So I'll keep you up to date. There's going to be like a public previewing before general release. So obviously, once I get the information, I'll share it once it becomes available. But yeah, just an absolutely fun movie, and you're seeing music's great as well. So there's great music. One thing I'm annoyed with, and I told them, was they didn't do the Thriller dance at the end, and their excuse was, well, it was made in the 60s and Thriller hadn't come out yet. And I'm like, these are all in zombie. Why are you all in zombie makeup and not doing the Thriller dance? So apparently there was a wee bit of one, and I'm going to get hopefully sent the video of it. I can share it. Because it's not, you don't dress up as zombies and not do the Thriller dance. That's the law. Sorry. You just have to do it. Trying to think else what to say. Like I said, I don't want to spoil this. Had a lot of fun. There's the realization, so it's not spelled out. The cast, the characters kind of figure out what's happened because the town just goes crazy. So it's that whole, how did this happen? And then it's figuring out, oh, right, it's the corn. Why I would have liked to have seen. I like to see certain things come to fruition, which didn't, and maybe there's some cheesy things like government experimental thing. I'm thinking Return of the Living Dead. I was wanting to see a bit of an homage to that. Didn't get it. I think maybe see if I think there's going to be a sequel to this because it's you can't not just do one zombie movie. So I imagine there'll be a sequel to this, and I hope that the leading into that sort of cheesiness. That's the sort of vibe we're getting here. Return of the Living Dead sort of, vibe and the fun and the daftness of it, and the zombies are stupid and clever at the same time, but like Return of the Living Dead. So if you think of that movie, that's what you're getting here. But it's done in the hammy sort of 60s style, and think radio drama, think 60s radio drama, but put on screen. So you're getting a bit of that. And one of the it's funny because I made fun of one of the actors. He's acting with a rotary phone. He's just a young lad, so he doesn't know what they were. Some of us are old enough who grew up with them things, and they're just saying he's trying to operate the phone and he doesn't know how they worked. But I'll let you watch that because if you're of a certain age, poor Jake, he's trying to act with the phone, and you're like, "Oh mate, you've never seen one of them before, have you?" It just goes to show as well how much we've changed in a couple of generations. Like even obviously I was born after. I know I don't look it, but I was born after the 60s. I promise. But even at like the 60s to the 80s, and it was the 90s, everything changed. Like the whole world changed from the mid 90s onwards. Like we're unrecognizable from I say 95, 96 onwards. Everything just, and it was such a rapid transition to pre-internet to current day. I think that's part of the reason why we have a lot of problems with it, because this rapid technology has just thrown us all together, and we haven't had a minute as people to figure it out, and people haven't had a chance to check themselves or get used to it. Obviously, nerds are used to it because we're the awkward people that have been in the internet since day one, but still. You can kind of see that, and even looking at this movie back at that time, just the way things were, there's no picking up a mobile phone, there's no just dialing up, no looking up things. Like if you're cut off, you're cut off. You have to rely on radio, and in fact, that's what you have to rely on, radio, because even television wasn't the greatest of mediums. There's only a handful of channels. There wasn't even satellite TV. That was the thing of the 80s. That was, and people, I mean, they had massive dishes. It's just funny to see that, and it's still in our lifetime, just that bygone era. And this is, like I said, it's just done so well. And for a comedy movie as well, and there's a bit of overacting in this, and it's done like really hammy acting. It's so fun because that's the way it's meant. And yeah, there's obviously ways to figure out what the zombies are, how to get around them and stuff. And this is what people are just basically trying to figure out and survive, and that's the story. And who does and who doesn't, I'll keep to myself. You just need to check this movie out yourself. But yeah, I had a blast. It was absolute pleasure being invited, and really enjoyed myself. Glad I got behind this movie. Definitely, this is where AcroStar's strengths are. These type of films. That's their niche. She threw a hissy fit at me because on the promote your own content, I was trying to. I'd only set up the Switch channel, and I said to people, "Oh, by the way, I've," and it wasn't on any other thread. Just did it on the promote your own content. And I'm like, "Oh, I finally figured out this Twitch thing. If you want to come over and say hi," she sent me a message and tore into me. "Don't you dare share other Twitch channels in my stream." And I'm like, "Okay then, right, bye." Not the most stable person, so forgive me if I don't. Yeah, that was so random and uncalled for. Like, if you've got, even in my obviously I've set up Discord server. I've set that up now. Oh, there's the gingerbread stream. I'll do that. If you've got something set up to share content and then you don't, that's a bit cat, and then freak out. Don't get it. People are weird. But there you go. Way to bring down this positive stream there, Chris. Thank you very much, Mr. Chris on Twitch. Nah, it's all good. People are people. Everyone's got their things. There's things I get annoyed by. All our own. It's just how you deal with it. But hey, like I said, this is the joys of the world, and we're all there. But definitely, check it out, AcroStar. I will give an update when I get more information once this becomes general release. So I'll put it in the comments, pin comment once done the stream. But yeah, fun times. Looking forward to getting the finished Blu-ray once it's got the final production. Looking good so far. Glad I watched it. And if you do end up picking up, let me know what you think. Love to hear your comments. And as usual, keep up to date with the channel, do the type of things. And until next time, keep it creepy, keep it horrific.